All right. Welcome to the Peelerz Podcast, where we talk the nitty gritty and pretty side of stripping with your host, Kruella Kraken and
Sterling Scott.
Hell yeah! All right. So oh my God, he's told me some very intense stories already.
I know. First off,
yes.
Give a toast in these amazing glasses that some dead person probably gave you.
Hell yeah. We are celebrating big time, though. Mm-hmm. Big time.
I appreciate being here because I've got to work with you for years.
Years.
By the way, I am not a stripper. I'm 2 abs short of it. But you better believe if I get 1.5, the dick's coming out.
And there needs to be more variation for sure with the male strippers in Alberta. I feel it's the same few over and over again. So maybe you should.
Because not many guys are brave enough to be like, it takes a lot of guts.
Oh yeah.
Not even dick, guts.
To show that asshole.
Yeah, mm-hmm. And then just with all and then the things that they do, because I don't know if anybody, women know that men's penises are connected to their emotions. And so if they're nervous, your penis goes inside you. So stage fright means no dick.
And it's so awkward when that happens too, because they just they're trying to no shade to any of them, but at the back of the stage they're trying to come on buddy, get up, and they're just wiggling around, they're cock ring is slipping off, and they're like, oh god, god.
That's another thing that people don't know is that they will do things like take a rubber band and tie it around so that the blood stays, so that no matter how nervous they are, blood is still in the penis.
It's just really angry.
Yes. Yeah. And that's why they dance for 3 minutes. Because anything longer than that is death.
They'll pass out?
Yeah, they'll black out. You can't get a hard on in dance. It's a weird move. You can't move right. Your head's dizzy. It's silly. Is
that why all of their dances are a little silly?
I mean,
probably
men dancing period is silly.
Very silly. Okay? Oh, it's so silly. Seeing all the old ladies
yeah, I'm sillier. Like, you have a really bad sex life if you need to see a man dance. It's not fun. All male strippers, and you can be mad at me, you look silly. Take the music off and just dance. Mm-hmm. And I'll act like none of us ain't gonna laugh at you. Yeah. I don't care if you go watch Magic Mike, but take the music off and man, sit down. I'm trying to watch.
Heavy breathing.
Yeah.
The bad posture, all of it.
So. Yeah, it's just put the tool belt to use and fix the sink.
Have you ever seen the male dancers at Shade?
No, I haven't, but I've worked with a lot of them.
Okay.
As in a lot of them tend to be security guards, managers, the guy that cleans the pole.
Yep.
God bless them.
Yes.
God bless them, because you know what I mean? I swear, taking your dick out on stage, it brings a whole new meaning to bring your kids to work.
I think that every time a girl announces she's pregnant, she's like, I'm going to dance until it shows. I'm like, okay, it's not free daycare, but whatever. I can't judge everybody. There's a fetish for it. People like it.
There is. And someone else's yum is not my yuck. But the question I always want to know is, how did you get there? How did you be pregnant belly and the titties? What was going on that day? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What lotion were you using? Is it? Can I contract this? I don't want that. I don't want that one.
They don't want to catch the pregnant.
Don't give me that one. No. Give me the choking one. I like that one. I'm cool with it. Because it's how did you get there? And it's because it's for example, I like titties. How do I get to there? Well, I was breastfed. For me, it means sustenance. Mm-hmm. So nothing is better than some big old firm perky titties.
Yeah.
I like them. I like them all kinds. I like the areolas that look so big it looks like a ripe watermelon. It's just that big old soul patch. When you lick it, your tongue goes dry. That.
I have big areolas. I cover it with tattoos. I make it blend.
And I love them. Don't you hide that? Give me that watermelon patch. So when I see titties, I know how I got there, right? I like girls with booty, Not necessarily have to be big. What I like is that it's shapely. Like there's a separation between back and ass the same way there should be a separation between state and church. You know, there should be a difference. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. And so when I see girls will ask, why do I like it? You know why? To be honest, when you're giving good back shots and it's hitting back and it vibrates and it jiggles, it looks like jello. There's always room for jello. And so in my heart, there's always room for ass.
And it's like low calories.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
flat
good for
stomachs. That's a weird one. I know that many people, I think about that, the stomach. Mm-hmm. If you have a nice stomach, and this comes from track and field, because your core was very important. I was a track and field athlete a long time ago before these drinks happened. When you see someone with a strong core, it meant they were a good athlete. To have abs means you have to have less than 8% body fat. Mm-hmm. It meant discipline. It meant there's a lot.
Ozempic?
Hey, listen, that costs money, okay? I heard how expensive those are. I said, I'll just skip a meal.
That's what it does anyway.
Exactly.
With the money you don't spend on food, you save, and you can spend it on Ozempic. It works great.
I mean, you know Oprah on that thing. Everybody got it.
Half of shade is on it.
Yeah, I noticed the improvement. I said, wow. Stock is going up. I'll never forget because the first time I heard about Ozempic, and if you don't know what Ozempic is, it's
amazing.
It was something. It's kind of like Viagra because it was meant for one thing and then became another.
Yeah,
and it's funny because I remember when it started popping off, and I was like, man, these girls are working so hard.
Well, we do.
Their bodies were just banging, and I'm like, whoa, who's training them? I need their diet plan. They're like, Ozempic. I was like, who is he? I'd like to meet him. He sounds
is that foreign?
Does he do yoga? Yeah. He sounds like he does yoga. And then when I found out, I was like, okay, cool. And they were like, it's shots in your ass. And I was like, God damn it.
And it's always the guys on steroids that have the biggest problem with any of us doing it. Because they're like, well, just work out and eat healthy. I'm like, did you not see what I did on stage? That didn't do it for me.
Yeah.
And sometimes I just need a little
Exactly.
help.
A little rubber band. You know?
Yeah.
A little rubber band.
Like, at least I'm getting mine from a doctor.
Yeah.
So it's okay, right? It's safe.
I don't want to trust it because I don't want to lose weight in the wrong places. All of a sudden, my dick gets skinny. Now,
me and another girl definitely got the like Ozempic ass where you just lose weight so fast. It just like, it like flabs and it's flat and you're like not working out because you're like, I can just lose weight with Ozempic. Oh my God. It was.
See, I can't do that. I can't put on a Magnum condom and now it looks like a rain jacket. I can't. That's not attractive. I don't want to look like I can fit in the jacket, but there's a child missing in the jacket with the two kids in the jacket. Listen, I can't lose weight in those. You ever to properly say that joke? You ever see that skit where two kids wear a jacket?
Yes.
Okay. Well, now it's just one kid, and the rest of the jacket is all waggly. I can't have that. I have a reputation to uphold. What if I take out that dick with the skinny dick and every girl goes, oh, I got the broken black guy. Like, I don't need that. I don't need that in my life.
Hey, some guys look like that without the Magnum, the normal condom. It's happened and it got lost in me and it was horrifying. I had to go to work. I couldn't miss my show. And I'm like, what do I do? He's texting me, I'm sorry. I'm like, how do you apologize for your size? You know, like.
Listen, not only Cinderella had a problem getting the right fit, okay? That's what we learned. That's what we learned.
Yeah, it just slid right off.
Yeah, that's so wild. I'll never forget. And here's the thing, like, whatever your penis size is, guys, because I know you're watching. Maybe not this episode because you saw me and you're like, I don't want to see him dance. So. But if you are watching and you're enjoying the jokes, you're welcome. Mm-hmm. But listen, whatever your penis size is, you know what I mean? Be happy. You got one. Do your thing. All your lady needs is attention and loving. If she needs a big dick, she got a big hole. That's not your fault.
A vibrator doesn't work or doesn't hurt at all. That can do wonders.
It does hurt. Here's the problem. Here's where it hinders, not hurts. If you use a vibrator for too long, it can destimulate the clip.
Oh.
Yes, I've been with women that are using lawnmowers on their pussy.
I was like, yeah, I have a friend.
It's like,
when I work with her, I plug it. She can plug it in. I hear, and then the room next to me.
Yes.
Ow.
And because of the fact that they have to increase stimulation. So now I have to imagine that a man is never going to compete with the smallest of vibrators. I can't move that fast. I don't care what you tell me. If I can jiggle that quick, I'd generate heat. But that vagina is now desensitized in certain areas, and it makes it more difficult for them to come. And then now you just look less and less of a man.
Okay, I guess that's true.
It's go light, ladies. If you're new to the vibrators, go light. Use this lighter vibrator.
No one watching this is going light on any of their sex toys.
God damn it. Everyone in here is like, I can't hear him over the vibrator that I'm starting. You got that gas powered one? They got new ones. Did you see the rose one that sucks your pussy?
And it has like a little tongue that comes out.
If that shit knew how to pay rent, I'm out. Like there's nothing more for me. You don't need me anymore. I saw that thing and I said, that's my AI. It's gonna put me out of work. It's gonna put a strike on it. This should be, listen, you can't, they gotta raise the price. I don't want to compete with that thing. I think
these things are like $50-$60, and half the time if you're like a sex worker, they'll just send it to you and like review it on your page for free.
And it comes with a USB charger.
Yeah.
No, make that shit be energized. Let me know that every time you turn it on, you got to pay $10.75, because that's how much my Uber costs. So you got to decide between Uber or me at 3 a.m. and I think I'll get there first. $10.75 Uber or your money back.
Oh my God. That's cheap. That's like a shared Uber. You can share with friends.
That's what I'm saying. Then you bring your friend and share them. I'm disappointed too. No, I don't disappoint shit. In fact, I got beat up because of a threesome.
Tell me.
It's one of those things where I kind of deserved it, but I don't know. I got beat up. I got jumped by a dude one time because I had sex with his girlfriend and his sister at the same time. And the thing is, look, if you're a man and you are not rich, 99% of the time, if you're in a threesome, it was not your decision. It's the two girls that have made that decision and you got lucky. So for me, I was 19 and I get a phone call. I'll never forget this night. Because it's like your first threesome for anybody is unreal. It's like, oh my God, this is happening. Your heart's beating, Morgan Freeman's narrating in your head. And at that point in time, his dick came out. Like everything's happening. Everything's happening. I don't care who you are. Your first threesome, it was surreal. I'm 19. I'm at a house party. And the phone call comes in and I hear the girl who has the boyfriend and she's talking and she goes, could you tell her to stop? I said, what's she doing? She goes, she's tickling me and I don't like it. I said, put her on the phone. She puts her on the phone. I said, hey, do me a favor. Whatever you're doing, don't fucking stop. In fact, I need you to take this up a notch. Trust me, put the phone on speaker. Then I put the phone back. She puts the phone back to the girl. And she goes, yeah, so, oh my, what are you doing? She's putting her hands on my breast. And I go, no, I'm putting my hands on your breast.
So were you even there?
No, I was in another part of the city.
I love that. Wait, Kate, what's your relationship with the girl who called you? How did she know you?
We had met through mutual friends.
And she just thought, hey, you're hot and called you up?
Not even, well, it's more of like, here's how I explain it. When I was younger, I used to call it planting seeds. So every 4 months, I would have 4 new girls. And in 4 months, those girls would be gone and the new crop comes in. It would just happen like clockwork every time. And so
holy fuck.
This was somebody who was a planted seed who had come to harvest before I was ready. She was, you know what I mean? Yeah, she was pre-seasoned. But boy, did she come seasoned. She came seasoned. So I was just, I'm very flirtatious. I'm an old school guy, so I'm really good on the phone talking. I have laughed more panties off than anybody.
Yeah.
It's not my looks that gets you. It's the personality. And the personality came from, having to work extra hard. So this was a fruit that had bared earlier. And so I was, just taking a phone call at a party, 9 p.m. Friday night. Who's calling? I got 3 minutes. Let's answer. Full of what I'm talking about when you had minutes. Yeah. After 6 p.m., call me. Before 6 p.m., somebody better die. Someone has to be dead when I pick up the phone. When I pick up the phone, I better hear the closing scene in Boys in the Hood. I better hear Ricky! Like, I gotta hear a gunshot, a mama crying, a baby needs to be in the background. Everything, because it's 4:30. So it was 9 p.m., and I picked up the phone. And so now all that's happening. And I just continue to say, what am I doing? And she takes it to a level that I wasn't ready for, which was she started going down on her. And I've never heard at 19 years of age, a woman eat another woman out. It sounded beautiful. It sounded like a fat dude eating chicken. Just... I was like, that sounds delicious. So now, like any 19-year-old boy, what did I do? I put the phone on mute so they couldn't hear me, and I ran around the house and let everybody hear in the house party. Because I'm 19. I don't know what's going on.
Brag, I
can't have. Yes, of course it's bragging. I'm going to tell you right now.
Too stimulated.
Yeah, it's too much. I didn't know how to handle it. I run into the bedroom. This is how funny this is. My boy was getting busy with a girl at the exact moment, and I burst in the room, and I don't care. I put it to his ear, and he goes, holy shit, what the fuck is that? He's with another woman, and she goes, what's happening? He goes, listen, she heard. And she's like, wow. And they're heavy petting, right before dick in. So 2 fingers in a tongue. And they were excited. So now I come outside, and I'm like, I don't drive yet. I go, yo, to my boy, Brian, drop me. Because they live far away. They live on the other end of the city. If I take bus, it's a 2-hour trip. I can't make it. He goes, no. The guy in the bedroom comes out and he goes, what the fuck was that? I go, it's a threesome going on. They want me there. He goes, why are you still here? I go, Brian won't drive me. He goes, get in the car. And we drive. I get there, and by the way, she was 24. And I was 19 at the time.
Older woman.
Oh, I still love older women. Oh my goodness. I'm 42 years old. I like women that don't even have periods. So you got a hysterectomy, then you can directly talk to me. Anyways, so I get to the house. There's gonna be so many comedy clips on just this episode.
Yeah, I'm like this whole thing is gonna be in one TikTok. Just
nonstop. I'm loving this, by the way.
Yeah, me too. I'm learning so much.
So when I get to the house, it was a little bit later because of delays. And she answers the door. Oh, you came? And I'm like, ugh, it's not going to happen. But my boy dropped me off. I'm on the other end of the city. I got to take bus home in the morning.
Might as well cuddle.
Right. So then I go, a classic textbook 19-year-old move. I had 6 Heinekens. That was my Viagra.
Nice.
6 Heinekens. You don't want to be drunk, but you want to be numb. You want to feel it, but not all of it. It's kind of like a hug from your father. So you need
What's that?
It's one that you want but don't have. So it's just enough. So I had 6 Heinekens in my pocket. That was always right at 6 Heinekens when I was 19, I was like, that's my good dick. So when she's like at sleeping, I like, oh no. I go, okay, fine. I go in the basement, it's pitch black. I can't see nothing. And so there's a couch. I see the couch in the light and I sit down on it, and I just crack a beer. And all I hear is, what's that? It's a different voice. And I said, oh, I'm drinking Heineken. Can I have one? I can't see shit. It is pitch black.
Male, female?
Female.
Okay.
So I go over, feel my way over to the bed and hand over the Heineken. That's exactly what I did. And then imagine your eyes, because I hand over the Heineken. And then I feel the hand sit me down and be like, hey, how are you? Thanks for the beer. And then is, why don't you take your jacket off? Yeah, and she's talking again, and she's like, well, why don't you take your shoes off? And I go, this is the moves I do. I know what's happening. So my ass goes, I ain't gonna fight it. I take my jacket off. I say, you know what? I'm hot.
Can you see her? Or you just
nothing. I can't see anything. So then I just feel my body lay in between the two girls, and the one girl that I know is sleeping, and the other one is talking to me, but they're talking to me like I'm the new booty. So I'm just like playing to new booty, because men can talk their way out of pussy. Men, if they're giving you pussy, shut up. Just shut the fuck up. Just shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up.
Yeah.
'Cause they will give you the pussy. And if you open your mouth and say things like, you know, I was just waiting my turn for when you would like me. Oh, shut the fuck up.
This is the whole reason I haven't gotten laid in 6 months. Is because I give them too much time to talk. I have to meet someone on Tinder and like go for it. I got to meet someone and go for it, because within a day or two they fucking ruin it.
Oh, yeah, I know. I've talked my way out of a lot of pussy. And I've laughed a lot of panties off, and I talked my way out of a lot of them. Yeah. So now I'm laying in the middle. I've never had a threesome before. So when you've never had a threesome and you're the guy, if you act like you are a pro, you're a fucking liar. So I'm letting things happen. And the other girl was 27. The girl I know is 24. And then all she says in my ear now is, now you be my hands. I said, oh shit. So I start rubbing her titties, and she goes, good job. And then she starts eating her out again. And the girl is sleeping, pretending to sleep. I'm rubbing the titties. She eating her out. So then I start making out with her, grabbing on the titties. Then the sex starts happening. And it's amazing. The first girl comes amazingly quick times. You know, if you do good foreplay, girls come fast.
Yeah.
So, and I have a woman doing the job for me, so I'm winning. So it's like a cheat sheet. It's like AI down there. So
what are you doing exactly? Left, right, X, and okay,
you know what I'm saying? That's a kill mode. I like that. So she comes, and then she came really fast. And then the other girl that was the other person I've never seen, it's completely pitch black. She just pulls me over and says, now finish with me. And so then we finish. Now they speak French as well. So
of course they do.
I see a light flicker, because the first girl that had the orgasm lights up a cigarette.
Of course they do. They're French.
Yeah. Yeah, and she rolls over, and so now they're sitting on the edge of the bed, and I can only see by the light of the cigarettes as they're splitting the cigarettes. And she's speaking in French, and she looks back and she goes, she said you are a good fuck. And then we fell asleep. And in the morning, the girl who I've never seen was gone. So my first threesome, I've never seen her face. Never saw her face. Never saw her face at all. Yeah.
Not even pictures?
Nothing.
Oh my God.
Nothing. And for all of you wondering, this was the sister of her boyfriend. So the girl I was having sex with had a boyfriend.
And he had a sister.
And he had a sister.
Okay.
And I fucked both of them.
Nice.
Then when they broke up, to be spiteful, she told him. And I didn't know that. So one day,
like a week down the road, a year down the road.
Yeah, I literally was buzzing into an apartment, and somebody ran up behind me, grabbed me, threw me to the ground, started punching me in the face. I didn't even know what was going on. And it was the revenge for banging his sister and his girlfriend in a threesome.
Did you find out later why he had punched you, obviously? But
yeah, because the girl that I was, the girlfriend, we were still, not fucking, but, we would still talk. And I told her the story, and then she went, oh, fuck. That's my fault.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But sometimes you got to take a beating in order to get a good story.
True.
And I say,
true.
I would have taken that ass whooping 10 out of 10 times for the ass that I was whooping.
Worth it? 10 out of 10 worth it?
10 out of 10 worth it. If you ever want to get a beating at 19 for anything, let it be for fucking another man's sister and girlfriend in a threesome. Mwah. Chef's kiss.
I'm like happy for her that she can be like, yeah, actually, fuck you, Dale. I don't know why his name's Dale. It's Dale. Fuck you, Dale. I fucked your sister Sarah and and some random dude.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was her being spiteful, because it's like, I fucked your sister. He cheated on her.
Yeah.
And so her was, I fucked your sister. And that guy that you thought was just my friend, he was in it too. He fucked your sister.
He was there.
And me. And then I kissed you in the mouth.
Right on the
But yeah, that was my first threesome at 19 years of age. I haven't had many. It's because like threesomes are difficult.
No shit. Yeah, I've only had one with 2 women, and that was a lot of work.
Really, I would have honestly thought you had a lot more. You're such a sparkling personality. Like from when I it's like it's because it's like who doesn't want you? Like it's just like oh my god, threesomes for you are like a barbecue. It's like oh we should invite her.
There's options, but it's always the man. It's always the man that I'm like him. Not like you're already such a treat for him. He should be so lucky that he has you. But like oh my god,
you don't orchestrate them with any of your partners?
No.
You're selfish.
The only time that I had an open relationship, he was a cuck. He always wanted me with another dude, which is fine. And that's like that kind of happened where he would use me and then he'd use me kind of thing. But no 2 women at once ever with a man. No.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We can always pray.
Yes.
You know. Did you ever do anything with film?
Like porn?
Yeah.
No. I mean like me and an ex. Would take some pictures.
like real,
like produced.
Yeah,
no, nothing. Absolutely nothing.
I at the age of 18, I opened my first porn production company.
I was going to ask how you got into the whole like sex industry in general because you know so many of us.
Yeah. Oh, my entry came in through comedy. Actually, like I've always been in the sex industry, but I'm originally from Scarborough, Ontario, but I didn't come to Edmonton until I was 21.
Okay.
But from 18 to 21, there was a lot of theatrical stupidness that I've done that entered me into the sex world.
Like opening a porn thing.
Yeah, because what I found out is that all you need is contracts, IDs, and a business number.
And all these dudes are like, okay.
Yeah. And a camera. So I was 18 years of age, which was the legal age to open up the business. And I named it Subtle Visions. And because I wanted something that you could say publicly but sounds nasty discreetly. Okay. So it was called Subtle Visions. So that was subtle. Yeah, that was the name of the company. And the story I'm about to tell you right now is my first ever produced porn that never made it to air.
Did you write the script? I hope it was complex. I hope it was like super deep.
Life gave us the script.
Was it based on your threesome? No, wait, that didn't happen yet.
No. This happened when I was 18, so I had not had a threesome yet. My first, that was at 19. But this story, I'll never forget this story till the day I die, because it's like some things the universe just gives you to tell, and this is one of them. My mom went away for Easter, and she was only gone for 3 days. So the minute she left the house, me and my brother immediately cleaned the house. Friday night, we had a party. And that's when we said, we're going to start this porn company. We announced to the party, we're going to start this porn company called Subtle Visions. So I had a business card and everything. So now, the next day, at the next house party, which again, Saturday, at our last one, my friend comes driving up and he goes, yo, we got a girl for a porn, but we got to film it tonight. I said, okay, call her. Let's do it. He calls her. He goes, she's on her way. Then he calls back 30 minutes later and he goes, there's a problem. I said, what's that? He goes, we got to go get her. I said, why? He said, because she just got jumped in the bus station and now she's at the hospital with 4 cracked ribs. And I said, so does she still want to do the porn?
High on perks?
And he goes, yeah, she does. Actually, she does. So we're dying laughing. Remember, I'm 18. You got to understand, I'm a child. I'm an idiot child. So we go, fuck it. We're going to the hospital. So we go to the hospital to pick up this girl with 4 broken ribs.
And it's your first time meeting her?
I didn't meet her yet, okay? This is even better. I sent people because I wanted to get the room ready and the camera. Yeah. And also, we didn't have a male actor yet. This shit had just popped off at a party. We didn't expect this. So we go to one of our, we call them council members. It's for the head guys. And we go, who's going to do it?
Who's got a huge
And one
dick?
guy was like, I'm in. Now, here's the thing. That's exactly a very good point. That until men actually see each other's dick, we all act like we have the biggest dick, you know? And especially back then, when I was 20 years ago. So there was none of this. I got a little dick and I'm cool with it. Nah, man. It was when I came enlisted, I was double fisted. That means that you can grab the base, grab the next part, and the head still comes out. That meant that you were double fisted. All right. So that means you're at least 6 to 7 inches.
Holy fuck. So
that's what we used to say. That's what I never forget to say. When I came enlisted, I was double fisted. That's what we all said. So that's how big we all were. Like, we're double fisted and the head has to come out the top.
There's no way that everyone in the friend group could be that big.
Well, this is how we found that out.
Whip it out, boys.
Because the guy that said I'm going to do it, he's like, all right, I'm in. We say, all right. Now, at that moment, when that decision's been made, cameras set up, then we have to decide who's allowed to be in the room. So I was like, well, I don't want to be in the room. I want to see you naked to the dude. And my brother said, I'll film. I'll get in all of it.
I'll take one for the team.
I'll do it. So my brother says he's going to film. The guy says he's going to do it. Here comes the car into the driveway. But out from the driver's side, my friend comes running to the house. And he goes, what kind of ugly bitch did you pick up? And I'm like, uh-oh, what's happening? And here comes this girl limping with broken ribs. Smeared makeup looking like the Joker. And she goes, are you the one who has the porn company?
Jimmy.
And I go, yeah, come on in. So she goes into the room, smash cut. 45 minutes later, this is how crazy we are as kids. 45 minutes later, we say, my brother comes out the room and he goes, hey, do y'all want to do a viewing of our first ever porn?
Just done. Edit, cut, done.
So then we all say, fuck yeah. There's 40 of us in this house party. And the guy and the girl are sitting right there. I need you to understand that. They're sitting right there. And it's on VHS. So when you...
I was going to say, what camera did you have?
Yeah,
did you have mom and dad's camera?
1997.
Do you save up for months to get it?
Yeah, no, it's the shitty one. The little fucking, the big camcorders they had back in Freaknik times? Yeah, that's what we had. So they're sitting there. So remember, there's no editing. So it's just going to go scene, scramble, scene, scramble, scene, scramble. Opening scene. She's standing at the door. They're like, you got to stand up straight. You can't be holding your ribs. She's like, all right. She's like, all right. And he's like, say your name now and let them know how old you are. That's the part that they do.
She had to have a good name. What was it?
Right? It was Crystal Star or something shit like that. It was something stupid.
Basic.
Yeah, it was very basic.
Yeah.
But then again, she had broken ribs. I don't know, man. Like, this is aggressive. This give her some credit. She's got ribs broken. She got jumped 35 minutes ago, and here I am with a camera in her face like, you ready to suck this dick? That's boot camp. We don't need that.
Oh my God.
So she's like, all right, cool. I'm thinking we gotta show her ID, all that thing, and show the consent all on tape that you are of age. Here's your ID. You had to have 2 forms. We took a girl at the hospital with 2 forms of ID and broken ribs, just so you know. So now after she proved her age, she was 22 years of age. We said, okay, cool. Next scene. Ooh, daddy. Ooh, daddy. Hey, daddy, is your dick in me yet? Cut, motherfucker. Why would you say that, bitch?
That's
I'm
why you need lines.
screaming laughing now because I'm like, what just happened? Like, because we just seeing her naked titties and she's going, ooh, daddy. Are you even in me yet? And all you hear in the background is, fucking cut, bitch. Why would you say that?
This is why it took 45 minutes. We're all finding out.
I'm dying. So it goes, and it comes back, and she's sucking his dick, and she's holding it with her thumb and her forefinger, and she's like, you're so big, daddy.
Why would you volunteer if it was?
I literally look and I go, that's not double fisted. We all start dying. Then it goes to now. She's like, ooh, daddy, hit it from the back. And then he goes to have sex with her from the back. And he takes her pants off and spreads her butt cheeks. And blood just comes dripping down. And he goes, you nasty bitch.
Like her ass was bleeding?
She was on her period.
Oh, God.
And then it goes, end of film. And then
Credits.
all of us just look at the 2 of them sitting there like, what the fuck was this? And that was the first ever porn that I recorded at 18 years of age.
I imagine
there's a reason why the company tanked.
Oh, gee, I wonder why.
There's a lot of human rights laws I broke.
Love that. No auditions, no nothing. It's like this girl hears about a porn company that's been open for a day, and she's like, you know what? I'll do it. I'll do it. And everyone's like, yes, we're going to make millions. Oh, my God.
This is going to be the podcast that when I try to run for mayor, I'll never make it. They're like, this sex deviant. Listen. I bear my soul. I tell you who I am, so you know that there's no lies given. That's what we did. That's what happened.
Oh my God.
And
so this is totally off fucking subject.
Yeah.
You've been in and out of the media nonstop lately. We'll touch on that at the end. How hard is it to act appropriate on media that goes to everyone, including family? Is it hard? Because this is so organic for you. You just you're very good at this.
I'm having fun, first off. You make for such an amazing host. In fact, I'm kind of was surprised it took you so long to even start this. Like, you are the shit. You know what I'm saying? But
thanks.
They always try to put you in a box. And for anybody watching, listening, don't let nobody put you in a box to make them, don't become uncomfortable so that they can feel comfortable.
Absolutely.
You have to be who you are, right down to the bare bones. Because when you lie about who you are, you will never enjoy your own existence.
Nope.
I smoke weed. I say horrible cuss words. You know what I mean? You can find me on Tuesdays at a strip club.
This is how we know each other. Is because he hosts the Filthy Feud at Shade.
Exactly.
Yeah, everyone's probably like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
We're like, I don't know. He's at the
If you go on the Shade, the black guy on the poster is me.
Yeah, that's him.
I'm the only man ever on a poster at Shade that never took his clothes off. That's hard work, okay? You want to talk about hard work and dedication? That's like, mama, I want to be a stripper, but I'm never taking my clothes off, and I'm going to be on the marquee of the biggest strip club in the city. And they're like, you're never going to make it. And now I'm on. I did it in a suit, in a full-ass suit.
You're never going to make it. Here you are.
Meanwhile,
Filthy Feud, Tuesdays,
tomorrow night. He's fucking, this is the truth. Shit, what were we even saying? I got lost. Oh, the media.
Yeah.
And so the reason why it's important for me to never lie about who I am so that you can't tell me who I am. That you can't preconceive in your mind what you expect me to be. I don't want you to love me for what I represent. I want you to love me for who I am. Mm-hmm. And if who I am is something who is unacceptable to you, I never wanted you either. I am a human being, man. I make mistakes. I'm not perfect. I'll change the way I think if you can prove that I'm wrong. And I'm open to learning at all points of my life. But if I'm open to learning, it means I need to accept that I have been wrong. And if I can't do that in its honesty, then who am I?
This is so deep. I love how it went from getting punched out for a threesome to this. Holy fuck.
But that's why. So and here's how much I love the people over at Shade. When they heard I was going to be on a big ass family show, you know what they said? We won't post that you're working here if it's going to affect you.
Awesome.
Because they were concerned that, it's a family show and you work in non-family environments. And I said, post that motherfucking poster. Because if they don't want me, the strip clubs were the only things open when COVID happened. Mm-hmm. And the strip clubs gave me work when comedy clubs couldn't. And if you want me to turn my back on my strip clubs who were there for me when nobody else was, well, then who the fuck am I? Mm-hmm. That's not somebody I want to be. That's not somebody I want to represent. I'm not going to hide my past to the people that held me up. The strip club is full of businessmen and fucking nice people all the time. So stop acting as if the strip club is a bad place. If anything, it saved more relationships than it's ended. So God bless the exotic dancer, stripper, fucking whatever you want to call yourselves, ladies. God bless you. You are the salt of the earth. The men, the men strippers,
You're nice sometimes.
Thanks for securing our doors. Thanks for letting me know where to get rubber bands. You know what I mean?
I love the male strippers.
No, I just tease. And that's why I say what I say. It's I tease because any guy that's a male stripper at home right now, like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? Listen, undo the rubber band, relax. You'll be fine. Yeah. All right. And so, I'll never deny who I am and what I'm about because I stand on it. I don't slut shame. I don't believe in even calling anybody a slut because of the fact that it's like sexuality is on a spectrum. And the more that we hold ourselves back from who we are sexually, it's the more that we deny who we are personally. Right. Think about all the people who portray themselves as these holier than thou, and then you find out that they have all these depraved sexual acts. Well, here's the thing. One shouldn't cancel out the other, but it does because you lied about one. Yeah. Don't lie. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If you come into a relationship, one of the number one things that I heard was how you begin is how you finish. So if you meet me and I'm like, when I was 18, I opened up a porn company and filmed them with a broken bitch with 3 legs, and well, then now when you hear me later on, you're not going to be like, oh, well, how come he's saying this? Nah, man, you know who I was. Yeah. So don't lie.
It's incredibly important, I think, with anyone who puts their personality anywhere to be seen is to be authentic, because holy fuck, getting caught up in those lies would start fast and end horrible.
And that's why I like you so much. You're very much... like, I get excited when I see you on stage. I tell my friends, like, oh, you got to pay attention to her. Because who you are on stage is someone who's engaging, entertaining. And it's like you, on a Tuesday, when there's 8 people in the place and they all don't want to spend money, you'll still find a way to make them cheer. That is an art to me. And if you can't see the art in sexuality, then I don't want to ever see your paintbrush.
Oh my God. Sorry, that was so funny. Oh my God.
That's how I feel, man. That's how I feel.
I love that. I've been going through something recently with one of my exes who is having a very hard time with me and how open I am being on the podcast and how I want to be sluttier. I want sex is what I should just say. He's having a hard time with me actually acting single and going out there and just saying that online like that I'm someone who craves sex and I want it.
But is it your ex?
He's my ex, yes.
So
but he's also an artist, so I love what you just said because this is my art. I keep trying to say to him, I'm like, I'm always going to be like this online no matter how mad you get. I'm going to be fucking talking about the dick I want, the dick I'm going to get, the dick I'm having. I'm going to be talking about all of it. And just because you're mad because it's not yours doesn't mean you were happy when you had it. But like, let me paint with my fucking slutty ass paintbrush all over some wieners that I want to see.
And what's wrong with that?
Nothing.
Who wants to die not having fucking had multiple experiences? Yeah. Who wants to die only fucking missionary? Oh my God.
Pile drive that bitch.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Have a few mistakes. Put it in the wrong hole on accident. You know? I don't know what you want to do. Whatever it takes. But and that's where I find my happiness, though. That's where I find my voice, in that I am flawed. I do make mistakes. People may watch this and say, why did he do that? Well, because that's who I was at the time. Yeah. And it took a combination of everything that I've done, good and bad, in order for me to be the person who I am here today. So in order to speak the knowledge that I have, it's only to have walked the life that I lived.
Which so whether you really like it or not,
exactly. Well, I had a good time. Whichever it is, it's this is why I don't judge people on their past so much as I look at who they are now.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Let people be themselves.
Absolutely.
And I love that. I love that. And the reason why I know you're saying that is, well, the big family show that we're talking about, everybody. Surprise! It's Canada's Got Talent. I am I'm representing Edmonton, Alberta, which means so much to me as a stand-up comedian in the most watched television show in the entire nation.
No big deal. Humble brag.
It's important to me because of the fact that I feel like Edmonton is an overlooked city.
Absolutely.
It's not respected for the amazing city that it is. And when people look down on us here in Edmonton, they're looking down on all of us. And when I walk up and down this country as an Edmonton comic, if you're going to say anything bad about Edmonton, then you're talking about me. and I'll be damned if I let you talk about me like that. And so when I go on the show, I need everybody to know that I'm repping Edmonton.
Hell yeah.
So whether it's good, bad, or in between, that is Edmonton. Berta. Loyal to the soil. I mean, oil. I'm been drinking. Shut up. Don't judge me. Cut that one out. Leave it in. Cut it out. Leave it in.
Loyal to the oil. I haven't heard that. Loyal to the oil.
Loyal to the oil. That's for people who like the Oilers, because you have to be loyal because they don't win. And so we're having a good season this year.
Are we?
Yeah, we're doing really well. There's a game tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, I'm working. Shade. See you there. Yeah. Are you going to be there
They're going to show my clip.
Oh, fuck yeah. I was going to say, are they going to play it? Well, I guess it's probably earlier.
They're going to play it. So basically, you can stream it. So what we're going to do is we're going to screen record it and then play it right before I do my round of Filthy Feud. But just my clip, right? It's a 2-hour show. Yeah, it's a 2-hour episode and a hockey game at the same time. Listen, I'm not famous yet. And no matter how famous you are, you're not going to beat a playoff Oilers hockey game for a stand-up comedian. Nope. It's not winning. You're not going to win it. I don't care who you are. You're not going to do it. You're not going to do it.
Unless you were like beating up Justin Trudeau in the video, no one would.
And then even then, they'd be like, can you put it at halftime?
Yeah. And only the really good parts with the blood, you know?
Or like make it be that part of the national anthem. You know what I mean? Like they're not going to watch 90 minutes of it. I mean, as much as some of them would be like, I can watch that for 90 minutes, they'd still be like, what's the score? Yeah. So let them have it. And so I'm not trying to, I laugh that we have to compete, but at the same time, I'm not worried because I'm trying to rep my city in the long run. Mm-hmm. And this is an opportunity for the entire country to witness what Edmonton comedy can do.
Hell yeah. And
as a representative of Edmonton comedy, I can't wait for the people to see what we do.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, so that's what's up. And by the way, if y'all don't like the fact that I'm on the family show and this show, go fuck yourself. You can put that in print. Okay? I'll give a shit. I don't. Because I know this video clips will come up from this years from now. Like, this is why we should cancel him. And I'll be like, I don't give a fuck.
I don't think it's easy or even possible to cancel people who are authentically themselves. If this is who you are, who gives a fuck, you know?
Yeah. I don't like that. I don't like that fake shit. It's not for me. Mm-hmm. But I mean, speaking of which, now, here's my quick question. You strike me as such a independent, self-motivated, I run shit not run me type of person. Mm-hmm. I'm shocked that you would even be taking calls from your ex-boyfriend. Talk to me about that. Like, sex with the ex, yay or nay? Let's say that. Sex with the ex, yay or nay? Nay. Woo!
We don't fuck at all. We don't even hang out. Mm-hmm. Every time he messages me, it's so toxic, and I know it's toxic, but I go for the cast. For the cast. I have two of the most entertaining exes right now because one, he loved me for everything I am and who I was during, but now that we're broken up, he hates the fact that I'm still who I am.
Then he didn't love you.
Exactly. And the other one just got diagnosed with cancer, and it's not funny. And he's been a horrible human. He came to me with this big apology and everything, and I was like, oh my God, I'll be there for you. Not as a lover. I'll be there for you as a friend. But it turns out he still has a girlfriend. He's lying about this. He's doing this. He's doing that. He's still a horrible human. And just, it keeps unraveling. There's going to be a whole episode on this guy because it gets so intense.
You think when he's dying, he'll make a wish and you'll give him like a make-a-wish pussy? Like, my last wish is to get some of that cracking. You know that was the thing, right? Like, there was a person dying of cancer. A woman was dying of cancer. And her last wish was to get fucked by her ex, and her husband was like, what do I gotta do now? What am I doing? Like, what is that phone call like? Hey, I know you used to fuck my bitch, but here's the news.
Dying, yeah.
Listen, she's dying, and she wants you to kill her.
I don't even know what I'd do in that situation because he's got a girlfriend.
I didn't read the follow-up, but it's a woman who's married, and her dying wish is to get fucked by her ex. That's a real story. your ex has cancer. I hope you beat it. All right. I'll do a walk for you. Not far, but I'll go down the block. I come back. If you didn't beat it by then, you lost. No, okay. I'm never going to be mayor. I'm never going to be mayor. But like, what would you do with that situation? His dying wish is to have sex with you one more time.
Oh my God, it's kind of an honor, but.
Until your offer?
Yeah. Well, like, I'd hope he'd be a decent enough human. I know now he wouldn't, but I'd hope he'd be a decent enough human to actually want his girlfriend for his last time. Sorry, the bird just screamed.
Even the bird's like, liar. The bird's like, that's some bullshit.
I don't know. I don't know, because at the moment, all we know is that he's finding out what stage it's in, and it sounds more serious. He does have to do chemo and radiation, so it's like, I don't know if he is going to die, but like, if that was like, hey, this person you once knew and loved, but like, I haven't loved that man in years, so.
You stay in touch with your ex. By the way, to any cancer survivors or people with cancer, we are not trying to be insensitive. It's just we wish nothing but the best to her ex, and we are sorry that you are going through what you are going through. And if you decide that you do want some pussy, call me.
You'll find something.
I'll hook it up.
I'll pick a girl up from the hospital with something broken.
We'll make it a pay-per-view event. You know what I mean? I'll come marching in. I'll be like, and in this corner. You know.
I don't usually talk to my exes. It was just out of nowhere. And
That's a lot of info.
The way he messaged me too was so off wall, because he does not do social media in any way, shape, or form. And I get a Facebook message being like, call me. And I'm like, what the fuck? I haven't seen him in years. Yeah. So he had hemorrhoids for so long, and I used to make fun of him during our breakup. He didn't make fun of me for having autism. I'd make fun of him for hemorrhoids. It worked out, okay? He was like, yeah, so it turns out after the surgery, they biopsied it, and it's cancer, and it's like quite severe, and he has to go through all this blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, I can't just be like, fuck you and hang up. But yeah, it was.
Well, why was he calling you though? Like, what's the point of reaching out to you?
He wanted to like make amends, but the thing is that he was also kind of assuming that something would happen from it. So he was very much using.
So he's trying to get pussy.
The sympathy card to get pussy. Yeah,
Man.
And he was very upset when he found out that we weren't going to hook up in any way.
Yeah, you don't want no chemo cum. It's not fun. It droops. It doesn't even shoot. It just.
How do you know?
My daddy had cancer.
Wait, how do you know?
Listen, he let me know. He said, things aren't going well. He said, the radiation knocked all his dick hair off. He was so mad. He's like, look how clean this is. I was like, Daddy, you shouldn't be showing me that. He's like, I can't even come, nigga. Like, yeah, my dad died of prostate cancer in 2010, and he let me know that the chemotherapy not only irradiated all of his dick hair, but his orgasms were not the greatest. They were more of just ores.
Oh, wow.
You know, no gasm. Oh. No strength.
Poor guy.
Just ore. You know,
oh,
yeah.
Goodness.
So my knowledge comes from my own pain. That's my story. You can't tell me not to tell it.
God. So that's the only reason I really talk to my exes is stuff for the podcast, trying to bond with, cancer ex a little bit, but that didn't end up well. Whatnot.
Yeah, because he's trying to get pussy.
Yeah. But.
Now, here's the thing that is like very freeing and beautiful of what you said earlier that I would like to talk about a little bit, because it's something that I don't know. I'm undecided. And so it's like, let's dive in. You said you'd like to paint yourself with your slutty brush. You'd like to live your life. That's a very beautiful and freeing thing that a lot of people can never say, because a lot of us don't do what we want to do because we want to adhere to what society says makes us good. Mm-hmm. And that anything outside of that is depraved. I'm not a person who's good with the idea of just fucking one person for the rest of my life.
Okay.
And it's affected my relationships my entire life. I always tell people, the first time I ever cheated on a girl, I was in grade 7, and all we did was hold hands. That's it. I was just holding hands with another girl. That's it. That was my cheating. But even back then, it just wouldn't, I just couldn't, I was just never that person. And it's like, it was eye-opening because I always thought it was just me alone. I was alone on this, and I was always afraid to talk about it because everybody would be like, you don't love that person, and you don't think, and I'm like, I don't think you guys understand how I feel. It's just something that I don't know how to describe. I'm okay with having my one solidary partner, but every now and then, let's bust a bitch down. And
that's so violent. I love it.
Yeah. You know what I mean? You know where I took that from? Funny enough, that's what Tiana Taylor would say. That's a direct quote from her. I love my man, but every now and then I want to bust a bitch down. Like, and that was her quote. And I was like, she gets me. You know? And I just was never able to, until people even heard the term polyamory and all those other ones, and, you know, monogamy, polyamory. I didn't know about these things. And so now that I know these terms exist, I started to find almost like, okay, I'm not alone.
Yeah.
So my question is, where are you on that spectrum? Are you monogamous, polyamorous, amorous? I think amorous is one hand clapping with the other. I don't know.
When it comes to labels, no fucking idea. Because like there's bi and there's pansexual. To me, it sounds the exact same. I've liked chicks with dicks. I've liked dicks that are chicks. I like lesbians. I've liked everyone of every variety, so I have no idea what that sexuality is.
Okay, good.
I've always dreamt of the perfect relationship would be with a married couple because like a good woman can make a great man even better, you know?
I'm gonna marry you.
So I can see myself working well with others for sure. I've always kind of played into that open relationship. Every time I get into a new relationship, I tell them like, it's going to happen eventually where I'm just going to go fuck girls. And that's just something that you have to be okay with. There's one, I tell every dude, I'm like, there's one girl I'll physically leave you for if she said, marry me.
Who is it? Oh, you can't. Oh!
Yeah, which is ironic because there's a song about it too.
I get it. That makes.
Oh, dude, you have no idea.
That makes perfect sense.
Down
that makes perfect
hard. Sense. So I've always had that poly side. The thing is, I've been in open relationships, and for men to be honest is very hard for them. I get it. A lot of it's like that in their head since the day they were young, like that guilt, that shame, so they lie and stuff. But it's not necessary when you got a bitch like me. Like, you
see, and that's the problem. What you said right there, finding a bitch like you, because a lot of times girls lie, right? I'm the type of guy that I've been into threesomes since 19. Never went. I had my first taste, and I ain't going back. It's the greatest thing I ever done. No regrets. I got beat up for it, and I was like,
do it again.
My second threesome was with two cousins. Like, I don't stop, you know?
Whoa, okay.
Yeah, that was a great one.
By blood?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God.
Blood cousins. This is when I was 21.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
Great try. Hey, I did a good job.
Family bonding.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Hey, some people live it, some people talk it. But I always believed it's when you tell somebody who you are and then they don't believe you. Because I've had women who are like, all right, cool, I'm always down for that. And then when you are the one that brings the girl and goes, let's fuck her, all of a sudden she's like, oh, you want her? Is that what this is? Do you want to be in a relationship with her? And it's like, no. I thought this is what I thought. Yeah. I don't even know her name yet. Like,
she's just hot. Look at her.
Come on, look. This is our type, isn't it? Like, you know, and you get those type of people. You get the ones that probably you have met through a sexual interaction. I've met girls in orgies.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Except they shook my dick. And
just slap me. What's your name?
And I was like, shut up, bitch. Like, and then afterwards, we're like, good talk.
Oh, my God.
And like, you know, those ones, again, same thing, where it's like, they may be too disconnected, where it's like, there's no emotional attachment. It's just, they only want to talk when they fucking. And it's like, to find who I am is, I want my girl or girls to be my friend. Like, I want them to understand that I love you, but we fucking them. That's it. You know what I mean? Like, but it's hard to find that because a lot of times it looks like, because like I do a lot of shows and I'm not, super attractive or anything, but a lot of women hit on me after comedy shows, drinking. I get hit on a lot.
You make a girl laugh, you make her wet. This is how it is. And I've gone to comedy shows too where it's like, oh, he's ugly. And then by the end of a show, I'm like, should I message him on Instagram?
That's what I do. You know what I mean? And it's like a lot of times they feel like they lose confidence within themselves. Mm-hmm. And when they lose confidence within themselves, they lose confidence within the relationship. Because then they believe that I'm going to leave them for whoever I'm bringing. And so when you say a bitch like you, it's like, I'm glad you saying what you're saying because I need people to hear it, that this is what you need to be in order to handle this kind of shit.
Yeah.
But a lot of them lie. It's just like how you said with the men, because the men lie to protect the women and the women lie to get men.
Yes.
And
or they want to seem cool.
Or protect themselves. Let me not say to protect the women. It's to protect themselves from being caught. Mm-hmm. And, there was a time when I did cheat. I'm no angel, okay? And it was because this girl was like, yeah, I let any bitch eat my pussy. But then no bitch was good enough to eat her pussy. So then I ate one. And it was delicious.
Little snack.
You know what I mean? It was lunchable. And did it on a lunch break. And that relationship fell apart, and it fell apart because both of us were lying to ourselves. Her lying to me, herself saying that she was down for this, and me lying to myself, believing that she was telling the truth.
Yeah. And
so it's difficult to stay in that pocket. I'm now in a relationship where I'm hoping that things remain to what I expect, which is that I don't run into you lied to me.
Yeah.
Because again, it's like I love sex, but I can separate sex from love.
Yeah, and most men can. It's
fucking and being in love. There's two types of sex. You fucking, it's like I don't even really like you. I want to see what I can make, what noises I can knock out of you.
Yeah.
And then it's like when you making love can be the same act, same exact moves. It doesn't mean you're soft. You're like, ooh, baby, I want you to be. But no, you could be doing the same exact moves, but it's not about knocking the noise out of her. It's about putting love into her. Mm-hmm. It's about, I'm going to give this thrust with all my earnest. I'm going to pull your hair with everything I got. I'm going to choke you, but I'm going to make sure that, when you go to pass out, it's with an orgasm, not with, physical force. You ever had somebody choke you wrong where it's like, all right, motherfucker, calm down.
Yes.
Press down, let the fucking clavicle so that you can cut off the oxygen right here. Don't fucking don't do the shit. Don't treat me like your mother. Don't.
Oh my God.
Yeah, a lot of them have mommy issues, man. They're like, you motherfucker. Why don't you ever let me be me?
Oh my God. Oh, okay, that's fucked up. Yep, cool, fun. Yep. Imagery. No, it's hard too. I think that a lot of women like to talk tough too, and they're like, yeah, I like that. They feel that in the moment, and then when it actually comes in front of them, their attachment issues are just like, no, I only need one. I need all the attention on me, and now my ego's damaged, and now I'm freaking out. And
now here's the problem in the game with myself that I'll be open to. I'm not open to having her with another man. You can
what?
You can fuck all the women you want. Yes, it's selfish.
This is the problem with every poly relationship, though.
And this is why I'm saying I can't sit there and be like I'm all innocent, okay? I am 100%.
Shame.
Yes. Listen, I am taking full responsibility for my actions. I'm not sitting here and being like, I'm perfect. Thank you, by the way. You're an amazing host. That's my problem. I'm so disgusted by men that in order for another man to even be in the room, it's got to be a 3-to-1 ratio. It's got to be for every 4 women, I'll have another guy in. So it'll be me and one other guy is 4 girls. I'm like, all right, you're too busy over there. I don't know. This is my spectrum of the sexuality. Men are nasty.
Yeah.
They're most ugliest, nastiest things I've ever seen. I'm like, why do you love that? Like, I'm funny. Turn the lights off. I'll tell a joke. It's great. Turn the lights off. I'm so funny in the dark. Oh my God, I get why I tickle you, but with my words, I'm amazing.
Oh my
right?
God.
I'm not sitting here saying my body is amazing and I hate other men. I hate every man's body. It's disgusting. The penis is a little tree branch poking you. Don't touch me. It scratches. I don't like that shit. I don't like it. You listen to a man breathing, it just sounds like he's eating a bag of chips. It's disgusting. Men are nasty. Men are nasty. I'm turned off by men. And I'm turned off by the idea that tree branch is now fucking you. So yes, maybe in some psychologist watching this right now, it's like Sterling has issues with his ego and think, yeah, I probably do. Mm-hmm. But I'm being honest. It's difficult for me because you can fuck any woman you want. Even the ones that look like they can fix a sink. You can fuck any woman you want and I have no problems. But when another man, it's just like, we've got to have more people in the room. There's got to be, I just can't. I can't. I was going
to say, that's my biggest problem with poly is that men will be like, what, you want to fuck other men? And I'm like, yeah.
But hear me out though. If I'm not if I'm secondary or tertiary in the polyamory circle, I'm okay with it. If you bring me on as number 3,
as the boyfriend instead of the husband,
husband, boyfriend, outside man, I'm okay with it.
Okay,
but if I'm number 1, primary in the polyamory, no. So and again, who knows what psychologists would tell you is wrong with me? But I'm being honest. I'm okay if I meet you with a man. I'm not okay if another man's coming in.
Interesting.
Yeah, if there's another man. It was never, mine to claim as my own. Yeah. But when it's another man coming in, it's like, what am I not providing? It's a weakness to my own ego. Okay. Right? Which then turns me off. And then I see the man and I'm like, ugh, Yeah. So, I mean, I'll be honest and say that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know some men will come in here and try to be over masculine or over dominant and be like, oh, I don't want no man. And think, listen, I don't want to know that this man is gonna, fuck you. And I'm like, well, what is he doing that I'm not? I'll be in there judging. I'll be like, hey, she doesn't like that. Stop that. What are you doing? Hey, she doesn't like that hole. Hey, what the fuck is going on here? I thought you didn't like that.
Yeah, you said you didn't like that.
You know what? I'm going to go for a walk. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like,
pop back in. You guys need anything?
Having another man fuck my primary girl demasculates me emotionally.
I got to be the favorite too. I'm always like that. I'm like, I'm cool, funny, and smart enough. Like, not smart, hot enough, I guess.
Very hot. Shut up. You know that. Don't do this to me.
I always want to be the top, but then the girls I work with, it's like comparing yourself to them. Holy fuck. But I had weird rules too in every open relationship. You can't fuck anyone I work with. Mm-hmm. Absolutely not. They will never have a threesome with us. That just caused a lot of drama.
I'm okay with that rule. I don't even like...
I can fuck them on my own.
Yeah, I would. As long as it's a woman, I don't care.
Yeah, but it has
If I'm secondary, it could be a woman and a man.
Okay.
Second or third on the line, if I met you with a man, I could never take you from him. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So why would I deny you from what you came into this relationship as? Yeah. But if you came with me, why do you need him? That's my ego. Yeah. Being deflated, my whatever it is, but I don't like it. I don't want it. And I don't even like men in the room. I would prefer 3 girlfriends. That's it. And
you have your primary, you can't have them named that though.
No. You don't name them that. But like you
it's so hurtful.
Everybody provides for you what you're missing from the other. So you've got the girl that you party with, right? Then you got the girl that is like a great homemaker. Yeah. And then you got the fucking the sex fanatic, or the not sex fanatic, maybe even your
like unicorn, the passerby,
the drug person that gets you guys doped up and fucked up. No, I mean like the person who's like puts you at peace. Yeah. Lets you feel at home, where it's like in my moments as loud and as extravagant as I can be, there's moments where I don't want to talk. There's moments where I don't want to perform. There's moments where I just need to be
silence, and I feel that.
And nothing's better than someone that can give you a blowjob in silence.
You just can't hear anything. So the girl that you have now that you're hoping turns into something else, is that 1, 2, or 3? Is that
the woman that puts me at peace?
She puts you at peace. That's good then.
Yeah,
because she'll continue the peaceful part once you reach out to other women.
I mean, like I said, it's a work in progress.
Okay.
Because it's like I don't know until things go down.
So it's like a brand new thing?
Yeah, it's pretty brand new in terms of like, have we done anything yet? No.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so new.
Yeah.
New.
And so it's like,
by the time this podcast comes out, it could go sour.
This podcast might make it sour.
I'm sorry.
You played the fucking podcast. This is awesome. No. It is new, and again, it's about my reservations that I've seen things go sour, and I'm just hoping to follow all the guidelines and rules that have been given, and I hope to have a happy relationship. I'm a happy guy. And
what's her sign and what's your sign? What's her sign and what's your sign?
I don't know what her sign is because I don't pay attention to those things.
You need to.
I don't really care. I listen to who you are as a person. I've seen fucking Pisces stab a Capricorn. I don't know if that means something, but I saw it happen.
My Cancer ex is a Pisces and I'm a Capricorn. He basically stabbed me.
I'm a Capricorn.
Oh, hell yeah. January
14th. Ugh. Yeah, you see?
I'm joking. No.
She's never going to be my unicorn now, guys.
All Capricorns are fucking rad. They're top tier.
She's saying that because she's one of them. Like,
yes. That's exactly why.
Yeah, no, it's a learning experience. And that's why I can't judge or chastise, judge, hold back, or demean anybody else's sexuality that happens in a consensual fashion. And I say consensual with a bold on it because as long as it's a consenting party, then I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
It's when you're doing things without consent that I do not, that's a yuck for me.
Yeah.
Right? So as long as that's happening, that's you guys' thing, because here I am and I'm not perfect. I started out sounding great. Oh, I wanted this and a this and a this. And then you saw my fault. But I'm willing to let you know my fault because I want people to know I'm not perfect either.
Yeah.
And too many times do I see people when they speak about sexuality, they say what people want to hear and not who they are. And I am flawed.
Yeah.
I am flawed. Right now, sitting here as you watch with all the laughter that we had today, I am flawed. I am always open to my mind expanding and learning and growing. But who I am at the moment is who is talking to you.
Yeah.
And who I am in the moment is not accepting of these things. And I hope that as I grow and mature in my sexuality, as well as in myself personality wise, that I am able to accommodate my partner to the best of their abilities, not to the best of mine.
Well, you just look at that. What a deep and thoughtful note to leave us on. I love that. Oh my God. Thank you for not making this awkward. I was actually so worried about this because I do know you, but I don't know you well. I was just worried.
I wish we had got to know each other more often.
Well, if we're honest, remember?
Yeah, I do.
I think I asked you out, then you asked me out, kind of thing.
So I remember, I think it was Dave gave me a phone number, and it was you, and I didn't believe it was you. I didn't believe, so I never really tried. I thought they were fucking with me because I don't know if you know, I've never slept with anybody at the strip club ever.
Really?
Yeah, ever.
Oh, that was on my list of questions.
So right now, to this day,
holy fuck,
I've never had sex with anybody else in the strip club. No, never.
Oh, cool.
And so I just thought they were fucking with me, right? Because back then I thought that, because this happened years ago, guys. So for the ex-boyfriends, we're like, you like black guys?
cause drama with one ex. He said he's like, I think of you differently now, and I was like, whoa, yeah. I had no idea you were racist.
Yeah, I've seen it. Trust me, I've heard it from other guys. I thought they were fucking with me, and so when I was like, "Hey, let's meet up for drinks," and you were like, "Yeah, sure," and I was like, "Yeah, fuck that." I thought, like how when you get the message from the hot girl, and it's like her name is Zara 2266432. No, you're like, nah, man. And so I just never followed up. I just genuinely thought they were fucking with me because at that time I had never even, to this day, I have not had sex with anybody. And so you have to imagine back in those times when I just started hosting over at the shows, and you just won.
Yeah.
You just won the yes. And so here I am, like the top dancer just happens to fucking not talk to me. But a number be passed down from the DJ.
I'm so shy. And
then you didn't talk to when you didn't talk to me. When I saw you in public, you were like, "Hello," and you go and I go, "I knew they were fucking with me."
So this is what happened. This is exactly because I gave my number to you. I heard nothing, and then you must have talked to either Jay or Dave because Jay came up to me. He's like, "Hey, I have a question. Like, are you single? I have someone wanting your number." And I was like, "Is it Sterling?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Oh, I gave my number." It's like, okay. And then he left the change room. And then you messaged me. And I'm not even joking. I was so heartbroken at the time. I was fresh out of a breakup. And you had asserted yourself, which you have to do with me because nothing goes anywhere unless you do. Mm-hmm. I was so mad at you for saying what I wanted my ex to say. Oof. I was butthurt as fuck. I was so heartbroken. I was like, this guy fucking likes me. Like, why doesn't my ex like me?
I did like, I mean, now when I say I did, I'm not saying past tense. I'm like saying, but like again, now you have to understand from my perspective why I thought I was being fucked with.
Yeah. No, I get that.
And I don't like being.
So then when I seen you in public, I was like, bye.
And in my head, I was like, oh, she hates me. And that's what happened. And I honestly didn't even know you were not in a relationship for the last 6 months because your pictures with the dude were just online.
I know.
And I was like, I thought I was going to see him at the door. Nice tats. Like,
And I deleted all those pictures and everything. He keeps, you're dragging my name through the mud. I'm like, we were very public. That's how it goes. But
no. And it's like, it was a miscommunication. That is open to communication. You can put that on the podcast or cut it out, whatever you want to do. I know because like I get what you mean when you say you don't want to sleep with your coworkers. I don't like people all up in my business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm never gonna deny you, but I don't want nobody to be all up in my shit. Like, oh, look at you guys. Were you just talking? What were you guys doing in the back? You know the immature shit that people do?
Yes.
And it's like, come on, grow the fuck up, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? We're adults. Like, we're at work right now. You got to get your money. I got to go on stage. The last thing we need is to be distracted with being like, oh, shit, do you guys think I'm doing things? You know what I mean? Fuck all that. Leave me alone.
Absolutely.
Don't ask me about my shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? If you ain't in the bedroom, you don't need to know about my shit. Especially because what happens in the bedroom sometimes gives us pink eye. And nobody should know how I got pink eye.
It's going to be talked about on the podcast, probably.
Now you see, but if your relationship with the podcast is first and then I come in, I know I'm going to be on the podcast.
Yes, of course.
But that's why every time I have sex, I'll treat it like a samurai fight. I'll put on a headband. Fucking pray. I'm going to do the fucking New Zealand fucking It's going to be WrestleMania dick down every time. Every time it's going to be the highlight reel. And then I'll be sweating, tired in the corner. I'll cry a little, but like and then I'm going to set you up with a small dick man. And then
they all are. Oh my God.
And then it's like, now write about him. I got a heart attack over here. I'm fucking breathe. Can't breathe. I gave it all I had, coach.
Exactly.
I gave it all I had.
I'm pretty sure that like a lot of people hear about this podcast and then they choose not to date me. And in my head, I'm like, thank God, because they know that their dick would be shit talked on the podcast. Not that it's small. We never shame your size. I don't anyway. I don't shame your size. I just shame how you use it. Because goddamn, sometimes it's small and you don't know how to use it.
I have no reservations about you talking about my penis if you choose to use it in your future.
The next episode. Sterling's penis. A monologue. It's just me with one light over my Nothing but poems that I wrote.
Listen, it's just, again, yeah, that's what happened. So it's hilarious because this is the first time we openly talked about it. And
I had it first thing on my notes. I'm like, talk about the date. About the date.
We got carried away with everything else.
I was at the strip-a-thon and I remember sitting in the change room and you had asked me out and I had I almost turned to Anya to ask her for advice. And then I was just like, I'm just not going to respond. Because I was just like, fucking mad. I'm pretty sure I even angry messaged my ex being like, why don't you like me?
And then I'm on the other bin like, I knew those guys were fucking with me.
This is a fucking
She just won Stripper Olympics.
Like, that's the epitome of stripping.
Well, you have to understand, like, I'm going back to your first win. You've won so many times.
Retiring, though.
Right? But, like, you've won so many times that sometimes you won in years where I was like, I thought you'd stop beating up everybody. Like, you know, like, because you would take a year off and then come back and win again.
We had to. If you win, you have to take the next year off.
Oh, that's the only reason why you're not a fucking 12-time champ walking around like Mike Tyson. You know what you gonna do?
You know what? Every single person at Shade refers to me as a man. One, like I'm John Cena because I win all the time. I'm the Tom Brady of this place, and I'm like, God, fuck, I feel pretty and small and like petite and cute. Like,
well, in a man's eyes, it's something that they honor more than themselves is a man that's greater than them. So when they say John Cena, Tom Brady, they're looking at somebody they have acknowledged as greater than them and giving you that title. And so it's like, again, you got to understand man talk. So it's not to say about your physique. It's how they revere that man. And for a guy to revere another guy means he has to submit. And submission for a man feels like weakness. Yeah. And men who are not naturally in positions of power tend to refuse to submit, whereas men in power can't wait to be dominated because they're tired of being in control, right? So it's like when you see a man say, you are the Michael Jordan, in his mind, greatness is not himself, it's Michael Jordan. So when he goes, you're Tom Brady, greatness is not him. He's not saying you're me. He's saying you're Tom Brady. That in his mind is the greatest man that he's ever met. And he's like, now you take that spot.
I'm the greatest stripper.
Yeah. No, you are. Listen, we should say fuck this podcast. It just should be clips of her dancing.
It's okay.
You'd be like, fuck this guy's music. What do you mean? When you do the disappearing titties with the hat trick, that's hilarious. I love that shit. 5 out of 5. I watch that shit every time. I'm like, hold on a second. Yeah, there goes that. Put it on his head now. Put it on his head. There you go. Good job. I like this.
My grandma taught me that trick.
I mean, I hope she was using a hat, not a nightcap, just scooping them up.
At the floor.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the oldest dancer there is on stage for sure. It's gotta be 87. So
I mean, Jesus Christ, with the body you have is fantastically. You're not aging, you're refining. That's what I call that. And by the way, there's nothing wrong with an older woman. I hate that the sex industry is taken away from the fact that your age matters. Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
I like old pussy.
On that note,
that's the way to end it.
What a great note to end on.
If there's anything you learned from tonight.
If there's anything you learned from this whole podcast, it's that. Now, by the time that this episode comes out, he will already have the Canada's Got Talent episode out. That comes out this week. Tomorrow. Yes, but this episode comes out next week, so we will definitely have more updates for you for sure. Go watch it. CTV, right?
It's on Citytv at 8 p.m. across the entire nation. And you can also stream it. So when you're watching this podcast, you can actually go back on Citytv _ and you can _ stream Citytv _ stream, and you can then go back and pull up this episode, and then after you watch that episode, come back and laugh even harder at this episode.
Absolutely. Follow us on all of our socials, and thank you so much for letting us bitch and moan, and have a wonderful night. Bye.